So this is hypothetically what we might be looking at in One Piece very soon. This is actually 100% real in Norse mythology. Chapter 1126. Settling the score. The girls from the soba shop in Kuri have gone missing. What is going... They're setting up some sort of secret festival for Yamato, aren't they? That's what's happening here. Because they're just going missing. I don't think there's like a actual local problem on Wano. No shot there's actually going to be like another conflict here. Or something like that. In before someone's trying to get the ancient weapon. Alright, let's get... Oh, I'm wrong. Literally the first... We're not going to see the Straw Hats. Literally the first panel is giants. A kidnapping festival? I don't think they're being kidnapped. I think they're going there of their own volition. I think there's some sort of surprise going on. I don't know what it would be though. Alright. After we parted ways with the folks at Water 7, we wanted to catch a glimpse of the captains, so we headed for Little Garden. You did, huh? Makes sense you'd be curious. It'd been 100 years, right? And when we showed up, wouldn't you know it, but they were beating on each other with their bare fists. Our weapons were busted. Are we gonna actually land on Elbaf? Surely not. Wait, what was it? Settling the score. No. We're not landing on Elbaf. We're not landing on Elbaf. We're not. Maybe there's gonna be a Davy back fight between... No, but that doesn't make sense. I thought maybe they're gonna settle the score between Bragi and Dory somehow, and that's what the chapter's called. Do you think either of these tough old goats is gonna be done in by single punches? Nope, sure don't. And only way to finish a proper duel is death. In the end, they had to put a stop to it, and we made our way back to Elbaf together to get new weapons. To get new weapons, you're gonna keep fighting? Of course. What a bunch of Giga Chads. I'm gonna have to get used to the scale of things. This is messing with my brain. I was about to ask, why is there like a big dude in the background of the panel, but there actually is a big dude in the background of the panel. Unbelievable. Come on, Nami, did you learn nothing at Little Garden? That's right, tell her Usopp. This stuff's strong. It's called absinthe. This spirit is known as the Green Fairy. It can make you hallucinate, so watch out, gya. Hallucinate. Green Fairy. You know what this sounds like to me? Hold on, before I say absinthe. Is this an actual thing? Because I don't even know what this is. Absinthe is an anise flavored spirit derived from several plants. So this is an actual thing in the real world. Okay. Is there a drink by the name of Green Fairy? Oh, so this is an actual saying. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say this sounds like almost like folktale shenanigans, and the first thing I was gonna say is it's gonna be Loki. That they're being set up by Loki already, but I guess not. Yeah, I didn't know it was an actual saying. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, look at how happy Robin is. Look at that. We finally got the chance to see the sea together. Or rather, see it together. The horizon at sea. My boy Kuma. I don't even know what's going on with Kuma. That's the worst part. He smiles, but I don't know what's with him. I hope he's alright. I really hope he's alright. That's so wholesome. That's so wholesome. Banned in a lot of countries because it's so high on alcohol. What if this is like a role reversal of wait, hold up. What if this is a role reversal of Whiskey Peak? Right? Where they got drunk. But this time they actually get drunk as hell. That would be pretty bad, right? For an introduction to an arc. Because it is kind of a weird thing to mention. We'll see. 1 month earlier at the island of Gartel in the New World, an incident occurred. Bro, what the hell? In the territory of Red Hair Shanks, Emperor of the Sea, the pirate known as Bartolomeo, the Man-Eater, burned the flag of the Red Hair Pirates and delivered a blow to their honor. Did this happen in the cover stories? Because I'm pretty sure this was in one of the cover stories, but has this been mentioned anywhere else outside of that? Because I don't know. I know this is a thing that has happened, but I don't remember where I saw it. So it was a cover story, okay. Because I know about this. I know about this incident. I know that he was going around and replacing the thingies with Luffy's flag. I know that was a thing that was going on. If I allow you to get away with this, then all the other islands and pirates to whom I've given the flag will lose the faith they've put in. What the hell? I've given this flag will lose the faith they've put into it. And my friends will be subject to danger. You're right about that. Yeah, he was selling Luffy pins, I remember. There were like the little pins of Luffy's face. You know what the funniest thing about this is? Isn't there also like the meme picture of Bartolomeo sleeping with like the big like shield thing, and Shanks can't hit him? People have been memeing about that for a very, very long time. Shanks Wano episode? You might be right. I don't even know where I've actually seen it, but I've definitely seen it. I'm gonna be real with you right now. I think he's cooked. Like, it's all fun and games. I think he's cooked. I don't think this is gonna be I don't think Shanks is gonna give him like a, oh Bartolomeo, you goofy little boy, I'm so happy. I think he's cooked. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this creates conflict between Luffy and Wano and Shanks. Let's find out. I'm sorry for what I've done. I wasn't thinking about none of that when I did this. It was stupid, ignorant, it was a stupid, ignorant thing I did. And now Shanks is even more mad, because if you had told him I don't regret anything I was doing, I did this for like Luffy and my captain, I think he'd probably respect you a bit more. I think he's cooked either way. This is a bottle of deadly poison. You need to go and make Straw Hat Luffy take this within the next month. Oh, he's not doing that. He's definitely not doing that. Hockey transcends all devil fruits. Yeah, I know that, but there was the meme picture. I know it does. I know it does. It causes excruciating pain, massive hemorrhaging, and ultimately death. Your boss has to pay for your crimes. Why would Mr. Luffy have to do that? And he drank it. Okay, so now he's being a Giga Chad. Don't drink it, boss, it'll kill you. Gulp. You're gonna spit up blood and die. I'm okay with that. Mr. Luffy didn't give us no permission for the ritual cups we drank from and the flag we use. This ain't got nothing to do with him. Please don't tell him I did this. I don't want him to waste a single precious second of his time on the likes of me. This is just one of those things that happens. A common thug stands up to an emperor and gets slaughtered. Nothing more, nothing less. Can you hear the tears of kid fans in the distance? If you listen very carefully, you can hear them. It's just one of those things that happens. You stand up to an emperor and get slaughtered for it. Nothing more, nothing less. Poor Captain Kid. I sure wish I could have seen Luffy be the king of the pirates, though. I really screwed up. Damn it all. You gotta carry on after I'm gone, boys. Farewell, my friends. What? They let us go? So if that wasn't poison, then he wasn't trying to kill Mr. Luffy after all, was he? I thought an Emperor of the Sea would be bloodthirsty. Guess he's a bigger softie than I realized. Was he just testing him and that's it? Surely he's not gonna let it go. What's that smirk for, Captain? I mean, doesn't it feel good? Knowing how much they care for Luffy? Alright, Captain, step aside. Every action has a price to be paid. Well, the Bartolomeo pirate ship sinks in the waters off of Gartel Island. I don't think this is like... I think this is completely fine. Status unknown. I think he's totally fine. I think he is totally healthy. I think the only thing that happened to them is their ship sank and that's it. Because this isn't framed as a confrontation to me at all. This is a warning shot. Literally. In my mind, anyway. It's a very, very strong and very devastating warning shot. But the whole, like, Shanks smiling and saying that they care about Luffy, yada yada. This is exactly what I expected. And, he is less cooked than I imagined. One big explosion for just one bullet, though. Well, I mean, it's the Shanks pirates, you know? I don't know what it is, but apparently you can do that with a single shot. Also, you know what the funniest thing about this is? Shanks saw this in his future memories, right? His future memories. Shanks literally saw the ship just blow up while laughing. Goofy. Very goofy. I do wonder whether this is gonna show set up like conflict between Luffy and Shanks though, because now technically Luffy's Grand Fleet has been hurt, but at the same time, Luffy never asked for a Grand Fleet. You know, I think there's a very interesting debate set up here, because I do think like Luffy cares about Bartolomeo, but at the same time he like purposely said that he doesn't want them to like be his dudes at all. People saying Luffy wouldn't let his crew talk to him like Yasop, but let's be real, if Zoro told him to move over, he would. I think in a situation like this, probably, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And, we don't even need to, wait, hold on, we don't even need to theorize about this. That is literally what happened in Water 7 in Eni's lobby. Zoro told him, sit down. We're not taking Usopp. And Luffy just sat there, twiddling his thumbs, saying, oh, he's gonna show up, he's gonna show... That literally, that already happened. You know? So, I don't think this is like a... I don't think this is like a situation where Shanks is supposed to be shown off as weak or something, and that, like, you know, he just says, oh, sure, why not? I think all of them are exactly on the same page. If anything, Luffy was more against what Zoro was saying than Shanks is here. Luffy still considers him as a friend? I think so, too. I just want to see, like, because this is like a, you have attacked now my flag, right? And Luffy wants to be, like, the greatest pirate, the king of the pirates. So attacking his pirate is kind of just like a, you know, it does sort of create conflict. Yasop really not trying to improve his image? I am sure that a lot of people don't like Yasop. I think this is totally in character. Okay, more world stuff. Pirate Island full of lead. What the hell happened here while I was away, Pizarro? Pizarro. Yeah, I know it looks bad, but you heard about the whole new world is about to get it on the act, didn't you? The poneglyphs ain't just the knowledge of the underworld anymore. What? What the hell does underworld mean? What? The only time... Whoops. The only time the word underworld has been mentioned in this context is Brook's soul. Just the knowledge of the underworld. What? What does this say in the scans? Oh, the rulers of the underworld? Oh, yeah, that makes much more sense. That makes much more sense. Yeah, that makes infinitely more sense. Okay. That is such a weird way of phrasing it. The knowledge of the underworld anymore. Yeah, I guess he's talking about in the context of like the Vegapunk speech, and now everyone wanting to get like the poneglyphs and stuff. I guess that makes sense. Okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind. I got locked in just too fast there. Let's keep going. The Four Emperors about to have a full-scale scramble for the stones. Even the government and the navy are getting involved. You can't win if you don't take them seriously. And the key piece to all of that is Kobe. So how'd you let him get away? I'm sorry, Teach. I'm sorry. Give me a minute and I'll tell you the story. So first things first. We also... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty funny. Give me a minute and I'll tell you the story. So first things first. We also let Mori away. And also, so... Moria is now totally locked in, right? Because like his fate was somewhat ambiguous. We kind of knew that Ghost Crow was here to set him free, but now we know that he is set free. So my theory about Blackbeard getting Moria's fruit is also wrong. Taking a lot of L's recently. Unfortunately. That would have been such a cool combo. Shadow's Asgard Singularity. That would go so hard. I do still think there's a chance. I think it is a incredibly powerful ability that would make Blackbeard basically invulnerable. I think it'd be like Shadow Luffy, only times 100. And I think it would be very, very cool if one of the final battles with Blackbeard is set during nighttime, and Blackbeard steals everyone's shadows, including the entire crew, and then Blackbeard becomes a raid boss against the entire crew, just like Moria, because Blackbeard is the night. He doesn't sleep. He always doesn't sleep. That is the one thing we heard in Wano. So what could better emphasize that is Blackbeard literally being the king of the night. That would go so hard. Putting it out there. Blackbeard wanted Moria for something specific? I think it's his fruit. I do. I think it is either his fruit or he wanted to use his fruit for bodies. I see you saying Roxas' corpse. Something like that, yeah. I think so. Perona is gonna bring Daddy to see new Daddy at Cross Guild? Where did the stone go again? More to the left. Your butt broke one. Moria got away? Commodore? Or ready to go at a moment's notice. We know you'll be the man who claims the One Piece, Blackbeard. Conquered the world for us. Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk, Moria? I do think there's a chance they join up, yeah. And if Perona joins the Cross Guild, basically the only thing the Cross Guild needs is Zoro. Because if I get to watch a series about Zoro, Mihawk, and Perona, it's gonna be the best thing ever. I still think that once Oda finishes One Piece, the number one thing he needs to do is not create some sort of spin-off or two-piece or whatever. He just needs to go back to the time skip and basically write in those 2 years. Because keep in mind, 2 years would be longer than all of One Piece combined in universe, right? So what you would do is you would go back to the 2 years and just write a story about Perona, Zoro, and Mihawk. I think it would be incredible. Zihaha, hear that? Morale sky high out there. We gotta take advantage of that. So repeat that for me, Kuzan. You let Kobe get away. But we caught Garp instead. Zihaha, amazing. See, Teach, it's an upgrade in the end. Well, I don't really know about that. Though, to be honest, I thought I killed him, but he ended up alive instead. Is he supposed to look exactly like Ace in Impel Down? He literally looks exactly like Ace in Impel Down. And that alarms me. It's a hell of a feat, Kuzan. Who else could possibly take him down? It took all of us together and we barely managed it. That's very spooky. Okay, let's finish this page. The wind's in our favor now. And we got the three-eyed girl on top of that. Patch me into Lafitte. What the hell are they doing? I've got no idea what they're doing. I've got no idea what they're doing. Pew just dropped the scans translation of the Garp panel. It has different context. How different? Is it like very different? Let me see if I can find it. Because it definitely seems to evoke Ace. Here's one. To be honest, I was going for the kill, but he survived. Well, yeah. Don't be hard on yourself, Kuzan. There aren't many who can take him down, you know? Well, it was a team effort. I mean, it basically says the same thing, it's only more explicit. I don't think it's different context, it's basically the same thing. Because, like, if you want to read into the subtext of whether or not he was actually going in for the kill, I don't think you can actually still trust what Kuzan is saying. You know? I was going in for the kill. Well, were you? Or, I thought I killed him. Which raises the same question of, did you want to kill him? You know? Either or could have, ambiguity to it. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Kobe's gonna get the Luffy experience? I am not sure, but it definitely seems to, like, it's basically the same thing. It's framed exactly the same as the first shot we got of Ace in Impel Down. At least in the anime, because in the anime it was very, very dark, and it was, like, super, super shadows heavy. You could barely even see him. Headquarters of Umit Shipping Company. Yes, Commodore. What even is this? What are the revolutionaries up to? What even is this? Yomit was also a ruler of the underworld. The shipping king was at Big Mom's tea party, Sanji's wedding. Is this like an alternate version of Water 7 then? Like what they were basically just doing there with the shipyard and stuff? Is it just like another thing that makes ships? I guess. They seem to be quite serious about attacking provisions. Why does it say gondolas? I thought it was gondolas. At the Red Port continue to break down, and they don't seem to work at all when they actually have food on the board. It's bad enough that food shipments have been cut off from many countries, but even the Navy secures a route the gondolas crash. So yeah, so this is what we heard like many months ago about them like cutting off supply lines. That's cool. If we end up with any of those celestial dragons actually starving, then we'll really be living in unprecedented times. I love it. Zee-ha-ha-ha. We'll stop enjoying the show and get to preparing. Already on top of it. What are they cooking? Is the plan to actually get into Marie Jois or something? Because we know Lafitte was in one of the, like, the meetings, right? Lafitte's literally first introduction was at the meeting. And that was way back. And now they obviously have Devon, who can turn into Saturn. Pirate Island. We're back. It's Devon. Speaking of, come pick us up. What's with you refusing to pull the ship into harbor? I'm injured, you know? Oh, we're in trouble now. Big trouble. A gigantic monstrosity has plucked us right from the Whitecaps as I live and breathe. So, madam, do something. Spare little me from this dreadful fate. Is that the guy you brought? Yes. I think they are actually setting up an infiltration mission. Like, straight up. Because they are watching the revolutionaries. They are watching the supply lines. I think they're looking for a way in. I think so. I think they're trying to find a way in. I've got no clue what they're cooking. And that's it with Blackbeard. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is really interesting. This is real interesting. I guess like the most burning question here is what is like Kuzan actually up to? Because with all the admirals now, I'm sort of, you know, like double questioning myself of what their actual motives are. Because I thought I killed him, I wanted to kill him. I still think there is like an undertone of whether or not he really did. He wants to get Hachinosha recognized by the world government to become king of the pirate island. I think he's thinking much bigger picture. I do remember making memes about how he's just creating Nassau. I do remember that. And I do think like Hachinosha or the pirate island or whatever, I do think he's basically Nassau. I do think he like wants independence for the island. I hope we just get to see what Blackbeard is doing. Because he's clearly planning something. I really don't want this to be like another off-screen thing. I guess we'll see. Alright, what's this? What is this? 2 days have passed since leaving Egghead. Okay. And even the giant pirate ship, the Great Eric, has yet to reach Elbaf. He might want world government status to access Marie Jois and take out Emo to become king of the world or something. I mean, I think, like, that would be the most logical conclusion to me. I think he wants to infiltrate the world government and take down Emu because that's literally, like, the shortcut to getting exactly what he wants. I think it's just too simple to be that, you know? I don't think Oda would actually write that. I think that is his rationale, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I do think he wants to be king of the world, and I do think he wants to infiltrate Marie Jois for that exact reason. I do think there's like some sort of extra step in between, though. Oh, you mean that's the reason for Kobe or trading Garp? Maybe? 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 I don't really see that working, though. I don't see Blackbeard thinking that he's just gonna trade one of them and get, like, actual recognition. Yeah, basically my first prediction... why has it been 2 days and they haven't reached Egghead, or rather Elbaf, for a very peculiar reason? It's Loki. 1,000,000% it's Loki. Let's see. How could this happen? We drank ourselves into stupor. Stupor? Stupor? What the hell is a stupor? Into a stupor. What is a stupor?
Stupor.
Stupor. I have never heard of this word in my entire life. Anyway, the Sunny is How do you lose a ship? We gotta get that ship. We can't go back to Elbaf without it. I wonder if I got chomped to bits by a fish. It's not funny this time. You've seen how big they are around here. Where did you go, Luffy? What? How do you lose a ship? Also, is that Bonnie, like, holding on to Jinbei? I'm pretty sure it is. Nami, hey, wake up. I think I have a hangover. Aww. Why exactly? I am so... Well, number one, if that's supposed to be an Elbaf outfit, that looks like Kaido. That's like number one. It looks like Kaido's thing. Number two, why is it Lego? It's gotta be Loki, right? Like, what other reason might they be somehow sailing in circles? They've lost a ship, and Nami is waking up in a weird Lego thing because she was drunk? Which, by the way, does kind of work as a reversal of Whiskey Peak, right? Because in Whiskey Peak, the whole thing was that she was never actually drunk. This time she is. I think the only answer is Loki. Sugar's hobby fruit? Why would Sugar be here, though? It would be funny if this is just like a... Because keep in mind, like, they are small, right? It would be very funny if they just put Nami in some sort of weird, like pet house. Not a pet house, like a toy house. And she just thinks it's an actual house when it's obviously not, right? Because for giants, it's like just a small thing. But this seems like a lot more spooky for it to be that. Legos because it's Danish and Vikings? I don't think it's that. I think the fact that it's just recognizable toys is more than anything. Because, like, I think the most recognizable thing is probably Legos. My immediate gut check is that it's Loki. I just don't understand why the ship might be gone. Because, like, the entire ship has been yoinked, but most of the Straw Hats are actually not on the ship. So, wait, who is missing? So, let's assume that Zoro is just sleeping somewhere. Robin doesn't seem to be worried enough, so I assume the Chopper is also there. The Alabasta crew? Do you think Chopper is missing? Because I think Robin would be more spooked if Chopper was also missing. Because right now she's doing morbid jokes. Tekking pointed out that the crew is split between grown-ups and the younger ones. I guess. Well, then why isn't Bonnie yoinked? Or are they targeting just the Straw Hats? Which I guess makes sense. But wait, how old isn't Zoro also old? Isn't Zoro like 30s? How old is Zoro? He's old. Zoro. Oh, bro, what the... I am canonically older than Zoro. Oh my god. Oh no. That doesn't even make any sense. No, this is I don't accept this. There is literally no way that he could be 21. I don't accept this. I don't accept this at all. It's impossible. It seems to be the original 6 might be a writing choice for Vivi coming back. I do think you have a point with the original 6. Yeah, I do. And if you would be replicating like the whatchamacallit, the Alabasta saga, it does make sense, right? Because if we just had Whiskey Peak and now we're technically gonna have like Little Garden, but then Chopper wouldn't be there. Yeah, this is very odd. This is very, very odd. Because I'm also thinking of like, what was it, 2 chapters ago now that we had the dude sitting on Elbaf and saying like he's waiting or something. Like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was just sitting there mysteriously. Yeah. So this was 2 chapters ago, and there was a dude just sitting there being come on. Nami's gonna be Loki's new wife after he got rejected by Big Mom's crew. I mean, in Norse, there is the story about who wanted to be whose wife, and that is a story about Mjolnir. Like, that is literally the tale about Mjolnir. So, oh, I think one of the giants wanted to marry, I think it was like Freya, and that's when he comes in to get like the whatchamacallit. That is literally the story of getting back Mjolnir. So it would fit if we want Usopp to have Mjolnir. Mjolnir wedding story. The tale of Thor's wedding, there it is. So basically, TLDR is that there was a giant by the name of, I think it's Thrym, right? So Thrym wanted to marry Freya, but Loki did some shenanigans and did whatever, and then he got Mjolnir somehow. I don't know, you can read it, it's short. But yeah, Thor dresses up in a wedding dress. Yeah, the whole thing is cursed. It's like a very goofy story. They like dress Thor in a wedding dress, and like he's there, he's acting as if he was Freya, and there's like a whole thing. But it's a goofy story. So I do see something like that happening. Thor has the wedding dress skin in Smite? What? Oh my god, he does. So this is hypothetically what we might be looking at in One Piece very soon. This is actually 100% real in Norse mythology. This is not a goof. This is not a gaff. This is actually a thing in Norse mythology. Fully canon. It would be so goofy if this is Usopp. Imagine if Usopp needs to get dressed up and go to a wedding to get Mjolnir. I really, really hope that happens. I assume this is supposed to be Loki, right? Let's look at the Loki page in One Piece real quick. Loki. Yeah, so in One Piece, oh yeah, another interesting thing. In One Piece, he was also presented as with like giving a flower, right? And with Nami, there's like a bunch of flowers around in her little Lego house. Yeah, because I think with this, like, he is very young by their standards, you know, by giant standards. So I think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans. What I would do is, if I was Oda, I would make Loki actually, like, incredibly charming. I would make him an ally. I would make him, like, the best dude and really embody, like, the trickster angle that is like, in Norse. Right? Because I think if you just make him like a baddie controlling everything, it's gonna be too transparent. It's gonna be like basically any other villain. I think Oda really needs to make us feel like the trickery and shenanigans and things that we can't understand. Interesting theory about Loki is that he is the only man Lola didn't want to be with, leading you to think that he's rotten to his core. But also, when presented with Chiffon, he wasn't happy with someone with the same appearance as her. I hope he's not, like... I hope that he is an antagonist and not a villain. I'll say that. I think that's, like, the best way I could put it. I don't want Loki to actually be, like, bad or evil or do, like, malicious things to wear the Straw Hats. I want him to be just, like, a chaotic, neutral character, almost. If he is basically Ryuk, I think I'd be happy. Like, he's vibing. He's just doing things and making jokes. I would love to see a Frost Giant. A Frost Giant would be very, very cool. I do think it's Loki, though. I don't see it being anything else. Because, like, normally, I would say if you, like, went in these circles and they got lost, maybe you could start spinning up theories about, like, the Whirlpool dude, right? But it's not that they're lost. It's the fact that Nami has already been changed into what looks to be the Elbaf outfit, and the ship is gone. So this seems like someone who was just, like... was doing jokes, doing trickery, because the ship is just completely gone. Is there a story about Loki, like, stealing a ship? Loki stealing a ship tale. Jesus Christ, it's just Assassin's Creed, God of War, the freaking Marvel films. I don't care. Give me actual folk. Oh my god. I'm just, you know what? We're going to ChatGPT. There isn't a specific tale where Loki steals an entire ship. Yeah, I mean, this is about Ragnarok, so I don't think I did see people talking about the whole, like, the Elders now have control over the Mother Flame, right? Which would make sense with the whole Ragnarok thing. And in Norse, this is a story you actually know of. There is the ship, that, like, has the giants and demons and stuff, right? During Ragnarok. What's it called? Naglfar? I guess? And Loki captains that ship during Ragnarok. So I guess there's a chance of that, because, like, the whole story is about going against gods, right? And in this case, the gods would be the Elders. But I don't think so. I don't think that really fits. Giants in Elbaf with devil fruits. I feel like they know what devil fruits are, but they don't really eat them. Yeah, like, if you asked me, I would say, yeah, why not? Like, why wouldn't they have devil fruits? But my immediate gut check is also, like, I kind of don't think they will. You know? Like, my brain says they probably will. But a gut check is just like, I don't think they will, because they're just kind of like warriors, you know? I think it's not even like they know about them. To them, it's just like a matter of life, and it's just like, yeah, sure, why not? But I'm not. Why would I eat them? I'm just gonna hit you with a sword. So yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of giants with devil fruits. Maybe there would be giants with like some kind of weapon devil fruits, but even then, it's a stretch to me. But that's like purely based on vibes. I was thinking about the Yeti Cool Brothers. Yeah, I was, when we talked about the Frost Giants, I did think about the Yeti Cool Brothers, I did. And that is like still something that is very, very weird to me. Because the Yeti Giants, they also have straw hats, right? I'm just gonna leave this freaking picture of Thor up. I'm gonna like have a little thing when I next start streaming, just gonna be open. The Yeti Cool Brothers is like super weird. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people with already like analysis on that. Like, they literally straight up had straw hats, which is kind of like, you know, it kind of odd. There's also the Ice Island, right? That's where Aokiji's penguin is from. We haven't seen that island either yet, but it does exist. Hyruden wanted Ace's Fru in Dressrosa? That's true. But I think he wasn't... Was he actually... I don't remember his dialogue. Was he sent there as like an actual... Was he sent there, like, on behalf of Elbaf, almost? Or was he just a dude doing dude things? Because I think that is important. Because I'm talking about, like, they wouldn't have devil fruits because of the Elbaf culture. You know? So I think if he was there by himself, just, like, wanting to do, like, dude things, like, the Elbaf culture wouldn't rub off on him anyway. Because I don't think, like, my... like, vibe of Elbaf culture also wouldn't even take part in the Colosseum. I think the Colosseum doesn't really fit in what I would think of as the Elbaf duels. I think an Elbaf is just like one dude against one dude most of the time. I don't think like a Colosseum free-for-all is really what they do. Buggy's employment as a mercenary? Yeah, let me just look him up, because I don't remember. Hyruden. Giant warrior described as the new generation. He joined as a gladiator at the Quarter Colosseum to compete for the Medi. Formerly S-class pirate mercenary for... But yeah, okay. Okay. It is an interesting question, though, about the devil fruits. It is an interesting question, definitely. Because I think, like, naturally, if you empowered giants with devil fruits, like, obviously their power would just be orders of magnitude greater, right? As opposed to regular people. So I think that's going to be something interesting to see on Elbaf. Whether or not it's just dudes with hockey and just dudes being dudes, or whether or not it's magical dudes. Magical dudes can be quite strong. I found that out in Elden Ring. Unfortunately. But yeah. Right now, like I said, the vibe is that it's Loki. But I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else in the chapter that I missed. So basically, the big takeaways here is I don't think what's his face, Bartolomeo is in any danger. That's number one. Number two, well, he is in danger, but I don't think he's dead. Number two, I want to see how Luffy reacts to that. Number three, I want to find out what's going on with Kuzan, Aokiji, and Garp. And lastly, I really need to find out what Blackbeard is doing, because it does look like they're scouting out Marie Jois. I think they're paying a lot of attention to Marie Jois. I expect it to be similar to Wano, where they think it's sorcery and have no connection to the fruits. Something like that, yeah. Because I think, like, it's also Shanks' territory, right? And Shanks is strictly no devil fruits. So I wonder if there is, like, a deeper reasoning for that. What do you think of the theory that a laugh tail has a... I've heard of that theory many times. I think I even talked about it in my main channel series. I don't think it's true. Because I don't think, like... it doesn't make sense with Luffy. It doesn't make sense with, like, just about anyone. I don't think so, no. So now it makes me wonder whether there's going to be an additional adventure to even get to Elbaf. Which would be kind of cool. I would be down for that. That sounds like a lot of fun, but we'll see. So, yeah. I'll leave it there for today. I will, like I said, if there is something very big and very important, I'll be back on tomorrow. If not, then I'll be back on probably Tuesday, most likely. We'll see what happens. But yeah, tomorrow is just busy for me. All right, have a good start of your week, and I'll see you back whenever I see you back. Have a good one. Bye-bye.